Good evening, Zeenat. Good evening to our viewers. We're joining you from the newsroom this evening once again for a special report. Now, to remind you what we have been reporting thus far. Yesterday, we have reported to you that all these key political figures in our country, be it the current government, be it the former government, or be it the government before that, all of these key individuals are connected, interconnected through the scams that have happened in our country, be it the corruption activities or the large-scale fraud that have taken place in our country. All of these key political figures are involved. We brought this out to you by bringing out 3 examples. One was the expressway scandals that have happened in our country, and the other was, of course, the Airbus refleet deal that had taken place in the country, and the major financial scam that up to date haunts the apex financial body of our country, the Central Bank of Sri Lanka. Of course, the bond scam. We reported to you how all of the key figures are interconnected. Now, one more classic point that we have been reporting throughout is the fact that at the cancellation stage of the Airbus deal, there was once again wastage, massive wastage of public funds. Today, leader of the JVP, Anrukumara Disanayaka, had this to say regarding that very same point. Let's have a listen.
Kapila Chandrasena had transferred 140 million to an account belonging to Nimal Pereira. Who is Nimal Pereira? He is not a board member of Sri Lankan Airlines. Neither was he a member of the cabinet. So why were these funds transferred to his account? Prior to this, a fund transfer amounted to 600 million to his account was investigated. During the investigation, he has provided a statement claiming he did not even take a cent from these funds. He had also mentioned to whom these funds were transferred thereafter. These revelations will come to light if the government can take proper action. Nimal Pereira must make a statement to the entire country in this regard. If not, Nimal Pereira must be questioned in this regard. I am certain that Nimal Pereira did not even use a single cent from the 140 million that was transferred to his account. On the other hand, the UNP government cancelled the agreement to purchase the aircraft, claiming it was a burden to the airline and the airline could not bear such a massive cost. Back then, Ranil Wickremesinghe's classmate, Ajit Dias, was the chairman of Sri Lankan Airlines. The CEO was Suren Ratwatta, the brother of Charitha Ratwatta. Sunil Handunetti, as the chairman of COPE, revealed that $115.7 million has been spent to cancel this agreement. $115.17 million is equal to 17 billion rupees. Then Minister in charge, Kabir Hashim, the Attorney General's department or the cabinet was not aware of this. The cabinet was not aware when the agreement was signed or when it was cancelled. They took commissions when the agreement was signed and they took commissions when the agreement was cancelled. Who is responsible for this? It was Ranil Wickremesinghe. While Suren Ratwatta was in a meeting with a French bus company, he sent an SMS to his brother Charitha Ratwatta stating they were imposing conditions and whether to cancel the agreement. Charitha Ratwatta replied saying do it. This is how this transaction took place, with the government having to spend 17 billion rupees.
An investigation must be conducted to look into this matter. Media reports claim that my name was stated in courts. I will seek legal advice in this regard from the Attorney General. In my view, this is an attempt to blame the Rajapaksas and for the real culprits to escape. These investigations should be conducted in a transparent manner. I urge them to maintain transparency.
I do not know. Our government's stance is punish anyone involved in wrongdoing. This will be done after an investigation is conducted. Where are all the cameras opposite the CID that were there the day and night during our government? When Namal Baby arrived at the CID had recorded statement from 2 figures connected to the Rajapaksa family. Why were the funds transferred? We will reveal all of this in the near future. Who pampered Kapila Chandrasena? Was it our government? No, it was the government that came into power to nab the thieves. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa enforced the law equally. Sri Lanka's judiciary is very independent. The Attorney General's department and all law enforcement agencies must take legal action against all wrongdoers. Their position and titles should be disregarded.
ඩොලර් මිලියන 16ක
A loss of more than $16 million has been reported. We will conduct a comprehensive investigation into this matter. The President will ensure that this investigation will not be affected by any political interference.
ඒකට ජනාධිපතිතුමා කිසිදු බලපෑමක් ඇති වෙන්න ඉඩ තියන්නේ නැහැ.
Airbus ගණදෙනුවෙන් හොරකම් කරපු කට්ටිය
Details have surfaced about individuals who have defrauded $2 billion in the Airbus deal. The general public should decide whether they would give room for both sides to steal their money. This is because it is the people who vote for a party and send their representatives to parliament. Generally, when a person passes the age of 60, he cannot engage in state employment. Now the time has come to change the individuals who are looting on a shift basis. Therefore, if thieves are voted into power, they protect the thieves of the other party. A thief does not nab another thief. Therefore, the people have a responsibility to defeat the thieves on both sides.
ඒ නිසා ජනතාවට වක්කීමක් තියෙනවා මේ දෙපැත්තම ඉන්න කම්බ හොරු ටික මේ පාර පරද්දන්න.
අපේ ආම්දුරනේ රුපියල් ලක්ෂ 10කට වඩා
If we received a deposit of more than 1 million rupees, the bank questioned us on the source of funding. This is what the central bank usually does. We wish to ask Cabral as to why Namal Rajapaksa was not questioned on the source through which he received the funds. The theft committed by Kapila Chandrasena was done with the knowledge of the Cabrals and the Mahindas. This is why Kabir Hashim and Ranil jointly swept the matter under the carpet. They have become startled now that the investigation has come out. Although Cabral tried to cover this up, where the money deposited to Namal's account has gone cannot be concealed. The money which was transferred after being received by Namal's friend too cannot be concealed. Therefore, the reason behind depositing the money to Namal's account too cannot be concealed. The UK Export Finance Department has filed a complaint to the Fraud Office seeking to investigate a fraudulent action which has taken place involving a company in our country. When they start to probe, the corruption inquiry is settled after paying $4 billion. When this message reaches Sri Lanka, Kapila Chandrasena and his wife go to court seeking to revoke the travel ban imposed on them. The next day, the Attorney General instructs their arrest. This shows that this case has been heard and that the complaint has been investigated during the period of Minister Kabir Hashim before impounding the passports of both of them. This shows that they have been searching for information. Who concealed this? It was the Ranils. This is because the Mahindas, Namals and Shirantis would be exposed if this matter comes to light. In the recent past, Ranjan's audio tapes, the coronavirus and the forensic audit were used to divert attention from the Airbus case. We do not know what will come next in order to sweep this under the carpet.
නාමල් අහුවෙන්නේ නේද? පහුගිය කාලේ රංජන්ගේ හඬපට ඉවරුණා කොරෝනා වලින්, කොරෝනා ඉවරුණා වෝහාරික විගණනයේ, වෝහාරික විගණන ආබස් වලින්. හෙට අනිද්දා මොන වගේ බෝම්බයක් ගහලා මේක යට කරයිද දන්නේ නැහැ.
While those were the views expressed regarding the Airbus refleet deal, there is another question that is confusing the general public at the moment. Be it this gentleman over here, the current Prime Minister of our country, or be it this gentleman over here, the former Prime Minister of our country. Are they having some sort of agreement between themselves to protect those who are close to them? Is there a deal between these political leaders to protect each other? This was raised by our journalists with a lot of politicians today. This is what they had to say regarding it.
There are deals within the UNP for sure. I will not comment about this right now. There are several powerful politicians in the UNP who are supporting us. They have been protected and treated well. What exactly is this deal? Mahinda Rajapaksa has been looting for the past 15 years, since 2005. Ranil Wickremesinghe, on the other hand, protects him. When Ranil Wickremesinghe loots the public funds, Mahinda Rajapaksa protects him. This is a claim made by the Mahanayaka Theros and not me. We can tell Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa that we can see you protecting them.